Hi Aquarius, this is your reading for the month of August 2026. Okay. Um, Typically at the end of the reading, if you have any questions, comments, and or concerns about the material I discover in the reading, you can always comment how it resonates with you because it helps me as a reader to see how I can kind of make alterations to future readings. Okay. If you have inquiries regarding private readings or cases, you can always send me a message on my IG at Amani Ife 777. All right, Aquarius. All right, so let's see what energies are coming through for you for August. Let's see. Let's see. I'm picking up something about an insurance policy. So insurance policies could be related to your job, your employer. If you have like 401ks, if you have any type of, there's different types of 401ks, or there's different types of retirement plans with your whatever employer you have. So that's something that you may want to look into. If it's not that, then insurance policies could be like personal insurance policies or like life insurance and things of that nature. So those are just things that you want to keep an eye out for, especially if it's related to your job. All right. And then I'm also picking up this energy about a person that you may be attached to. It's giving me this idea of a water sign, so like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But the sign of Cancer is coming to my mind more for some reason. So if you're attached to whichever water sign, like a Cancer specifically, there's something around a Cancer or whatever water sign or whatever zodiac sign. That's just what's coming through for somebody. There's something surrounding them that you may need to pay close attention to, if that makes any sense. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's see. All right, Aquarius. I'm picking up something about a Pisces. I almost said Pisces, but I'm thinking like you've got some water sign affiliations that are really important for some reason. Okay, the Lovers is underneath. The lumber. I almost said lumber. I almost said lumber, but I meant to say the Lovers. The Lovers is here, the sign of Gemini. But it's funny that I said lumber. So I don't know if you are, wherever you live in the country or the world, there's, for somebody that this is resonating with, something that you're going to be doing something with lumber. All right. So lumber is wood. Lumber has to do with like carpentry. So, putting down like construction, cutting trees, making blocks for fires. I don't know if you're going camping, if you're doing something that's like out in the woods. I just feel this feeling of being out in the woods, like camping or doing something with fireplaces, cutting down trees, cutting pieces of wood, or doing something carpentry related, so or construction related that has something to do with wood, like fixing your floors in the home, etc. So whoever that's for. But it's funny that I'm getting that type of message with the Lovers. So whatever I picked up just now, it has something to do with that. It has something to do with a relationship that you're in with somebody. Could be a Gemini, could be a water sign, but you could be camping with a lover. Maybe you're going camping with somebody. Maybe someone is kind of built like a lumberjack, like somebody has that build, like a hefty Irish man. So if you're a woman, I don't know if that's your type or you could fit that description. Like it's kind of giving me this idea of someone that is very, if it's not lumberjack, like the features and the body figure, then like Irish, like a Irish person, someone with red hair, maybe someone that's like they have like a red beard, they have something that's red about them. Their skin may be reddish tone, but it's giving me that idea of like Irish and like or someone that's like lumberjack, like somebody that's hefty, that they're pretty broad in size, or something's going on with someone that fits that description, like they're redheaded. Okay. And it could be someone that you're tied to. It could be someone that you're dating or is taking some type of interest in you. All right. But that's probably for like one person or however. The Seven of Valor is here. All right. So the Seven of Valor is in your starting point. This is fire sign energy. Okay. Something may be a little difficult. Like it could be related to the examples that I was given in the beginning about insurance policies and a workplace. And I'm also getting this idea of trying to get some type of money back. Whether you're trying to get that money back from a company, or you're trying to get, that's probably why the insurance message was so important, or you're trying to get some type of money back from a person. Could be a fire sign. Gemini was underneath, water sign I was picking up energy of. So something is going on there with trying to retrieve some type of income. You're trying to retrieve something with this, but it's difficult. And it could even be a connection with someone you're trying to retrieve, if that makes any sense. Okay? What you're waiting on is the sun. So if I look at these two energies, this is the sign of Leo. I always see the sun as a Leo. Or if you're a parent, maybe something's going on with your son, like something may be difficult. Something may be difficult with a son. You could be that son and something is going on with you if you're a man. If you're a woman with children, something is going on with your son and insurance, if that makes any sense. If it's not that, then there's something that's going on with your connection to a Leo may be very difficult. Something may be difficult about your connection with a Leo person, someone that's a Leo. If it's not related to any kids, if it's not insurance policy related, or if it's related to a job, you want to see what's going on with a job and insurance. Okay? There's this message coming through from the sun about needing to keep looking. So the needing to keep looking could be one of a couple of different things. You need to keep looking for a person. That may be difficult. You're looking, whoever it is that you're looking for, or somebody's trying to find you. That's one thing. Another thing is looking for, I'm also getting this idea of a birth certificate. So you're looking for a birth certificate related to a child or related to something that you have going on personally. But there's success. So that means that whatever was difficult that you were searching for before, you're going to find. Related to a child, related to a partner, or related to yourself. Involving insurance, involving a job, or some type of connection that you have to someone. Because I feel like if this card is showing up like a person, they're very difficult to find, or they're very difficult to contact, is the energy that I'm getting from this. Okay? So before I move any further, Lovers underneath, Seven of Wands, and the Sun is like you're in a connection with someone that's difficult to, it's something that's difficult about pinpointing where the person is, or it's like communication is difficult with this person if it's a fire sign or whatever zodiac sign, but Leo is here. So I feel like you've been trying to contact this person. If it's a person, if it's a child, if you are that parent and you're trying to do something for your child, something is difficult with what you need to do for that child, especially if it has something to do with finding a person or a child, or finding something related to some type of insurance, like it's an insurance policy with a job, something that's difficult about it, but you're showing up successful with that, is what it's telling me. Okay? There's success there, and that's what you're waiting for. The High Priestess is in the present. So you're using your intuition that something is going to be difficult with connecting with a Leo. Something's going to be or water sign or Gemini. Something's going to be difficult about connecting with them or trying to find them, trying to pinpoint them. Something may be difficult about trying to figure out something going on with some type of insurance or somebody's child with the High Priestess in the present. I just keep feeling this idea of you don't know where something is, or you don't know where someone is with the High Priestess. You don't know where something or someone is. I am getting this idea, it's giving me this message of something being broadcasted on the news. I'm looking at the sun. Something may show up on the news for some reason. And now it's telling me this idea of a past employer. That's probably for like one person I'm picking up this type of energy for. There's a past, something related to a past job or an employer that you had. Something about that is showing up on the news. All right, I'll give you a perfect example. This is like, this is a situation where if you work for somewhere, I'm just going to go with this example. You work for somewhere and you're finding out that um, your job is somebody in the job, or something happened at the job that is major. So either it's an old job or it's a job that you're presently at, and something happened there, or something is happening there now in the present, and something about that is going to show up on the news, or you're using your intuition that it will. And it has something to do, one aspect of it has something to do with, it's telling me this idea of, it has something to do with someone's child, or has something to do with insurance, like some type of, insurance fraud. Seven of Wands. It's telling me something about insurance fraud. So there's a fraudulent aspect attached to some type of insurance fraud circulating either around your present employer or your past employer. That's one scenario that I'm picking up on. Another scenario with the High Priestess, the Sun, and the Seven of Wands, something could be going on with a child. So it's either your child or someone else's child, your partner's child. There's a child in the middle of some type of insurance related situation, if it's not only related to a job that you're presently in or in the past. Then there's another element where some type of work that you do now, it's something happened in the past or the present that is worthy to show up on the news. So either you could be responsible for why it shows up on the news or not. But it's whatever choice you make, it will impact you significantly, or it will impact someone around you significantly, if that makes any sense. Okay, well, I'm gonna move forward. That's a really interesting message. Worry is here with the Five of Pentacles. It's financial worry. So especially if it's related to your job, if this is insurance related and you feel like you're going to be impacted by some type of financial loss because of something that a present or a past employer did, fraudulent, with the High Priestess, but you will be successful. It's just a matter of, like I was picking up from before, retrieving some type of information from a past employer or a present employer. And I'm getting this idea that you need to look for another job. It's telling me that you need to look for another job, okay? Or someone does. Something someone does. The Ace of Cups is here in their instincts, thinking about a relationship. And then the accomplishment has the Hangman side of Pisces. I was picking up a Pisces. Or the Hangman is just trying to navigate everything that's going on. With a child, with a job, like a job that something happened with your job in the past, and some, maybe you knew about it or you didn't know about it, and it's resurfacing this month. Or it's your present job and something is happening in your present job with your personal stuff, like your personal information, or possibly like your insurance, like your own insurance, or something's going on with a child. Or there's a person that you're trying to locate with the Seven of Wands, and they're just difficult to locate. And one reason that they're difficult to locate with the High Priestess is because I'm feeling like they took something that belonged to you, or they're trying to take something that belonged to you with the Hangman and the High Priestess with the Ace of Cups. This could be a situation, I'm trying to interpret at different angles. This could be a situation where Seven of Wands and the Sun, there's also this element of dating prospects that you kind of is giving me this idea of social media dating prospects that you're trying to introduce yourself to, or you've already done that. And one of them is kind of giving me this idea, like if you're talking to multiple people on social media, but one in particular could be Leo or fire sign. I had Gemini underneath. I was picking up water sign. There's a Pisces there, Cancer, Scorpio. They are, one of them, whichever one of them is, they're sneaky. Like they're not to be trusted, Seven of Wands. They're not really to be trusted, or they can't be found. Like there's that. But something's going on with the reason why they can't be found. Like you're thinking that you want to date someone, or or vice versa, and you're using your intuition that maybe they don't have any money and they want money from you. I don't know how you feel about your interactions with the person. I don't know if you're trying to get something from that person with the Hangman there. with the Pisces energy. The Hangman is an accomplishment because the Hangman next to the Seven of Wands is an accomplishment because it feels like something is going to change that was once difficult for you with your interactions with a Pisces or a Leo or whatever water sign, whichever sign. Something was once difficult with them, but that's going to change. That's why the Ace of Cups is in your headspace. But it's a lot of it has to do with you being able to locate somebody with the sun. So either you're going to be successful with locating them or not. Is why the High Priestess is here and the sun. Locating them. This feels like a situation where for somebody, it feels like a situation where you could have been dating somebody from work. And I feel like it's ringing in my ear that maybe that was a mistake. So if you've dated someone from work before, or someone from your job wants to date you, maybe you should not date someone that you're working with. Right? Maybe you shouldn't date someone that you're working with, because I feel like that person, they just want I'm also getting this idea they want to bite off more than they can chew. So you want to be careful dating somebody from your job. Biting off more than they can chew with the Five of Pentacles in the future is like, I don't have that much money to take care of this grown man or woman. And that grown man or woman may have children. Or you're the one that has the child. You're the one with the kids. For somebody. You're the one with the children. It's interesting. The Aeon is here in the spiritual self with judgment. So you're thinking you're going to get judged. Something that you're doing that you feel is that you will be successful in, you think somebody's going to judge that. And it could be the reason why you're with someone or why you're talking to somebody specific. With the Hangman there and the High Priestess. You're thinking that somebody or people are going to judge you for some type of connection that you're in. This could also be an example where you could be dating. You have a specific motive in mind as to why you want to connect with someone specific, but maybe that other person doesn't see that with the Ace of Cups and your instincts, or you don't see that. Maybe you're seeing more love, and this other person is seeing more benefit. And that could be a Leo, that could be a Pisces, that could be a Cancer, that could be a Gemini, or whatever sign. I'm just going with the signs that I see. So somebody does, like I was saying before, someone does want something from you, or you're that person that wants something from somebody. And it's difficult. That's why you're trying to find someone. So either someone is aware of your games, like if you're the one that's playing games, someone is a Seven of Wands with the Hangman. Is like, damn, I'm presenting myself with this challenge with trying to find Leo. I'm trying to find a Pisces. I'm trying to find whatever sign. And it's like, you, High Priestess, you're thinking someone is aware of what you're trying to do and you're trying to hide. Or that's them. Or that's one of these signs. They're the Seven of Wands. They're bringing this towards you. They deem you to be difficult to find or pin down in terms of something financial, like insurance, or like some type of benefit that they want from you, or vice versa. So they could be vice versa wise, as either you or them that's playing games. And then there's judgment here. So judgment could be coming from other coworkers, coming from other friends, coming from other family members, or something that whoever you're interacting with on the outside of your dating and relationship situations, whoever you're communicating with outside of that, they're paying attention to that. And you're thinking you're going to get judged. So another scenario, if you have a Leo, for example, that you're tied to with the judgment, a Leo maybe if a Leo's not a love partner, a Leo could be a friend, whoever the Leo is to you. The judgment is next to them because you're trying to locate them. The reason why you're locating them. That's why the judgment is there. You want to be with them, or you want to be with them. You have a benefit in mind is the reason why you want to be with them. They're trying to locate you. The judgment is next to them because of the reason why you're thinking relationship and they don't want a relationship. They want your insurance. They want to be added to your insurance. I don't know, whatever it is. They want to be added to your insurance. Something's going on with kids. Like there's kids in the middle of the situation. Excuse me. there's kids in the middle of the situation as well. Like somebody you're dealing with here has children, or that's the reason why they're moving with you this way, or you have kids and that's the reason why you're moving with someone this way, because there's kids involved in the scenario. The Knight of Cups is here. All right. So Knight of Cups, you're thinking, that water sign energy is going to come in, whatever sign. It's a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but whatever sign. That energy, a relationship, an emotional offer is coming in from somebody. And you're like, should I take it? Like, should I not take it? Whatever. So it's in your head, but you're trying to decide on what to do. You're trying to decide on what to do. The Hangman, you're like, it's difficult. It's difficult for me to pinpoint this job. Like, I'm finding out that this job that I started a benefits plan with, they just ended up on the news for some type of insurance fraud, or that they just ended up on the news for some type of fraudulent move that is going to cause issues with everybody else at the job. 7 of Wands with the Hangman. Or it's like it's a present job that's happening, and you're thinking somebody's going to come in and apologize or try to clear things up for you. 5 of Pentacles, you're thinking that you're going to experience some type of financial loss with the High Priestess. That's one. Then there's a guy or a girl that you're interacting with on social media, or it could be multiple of them. You're interacting with these guys or girl or whoever, somebody that you're into. 9 of Cups with the Ace. You're thinking that you're like, I like them, I want to date them, but they have another Hangman, 7 of Wands. Success is like, okay, I got one date down, but I'm thinking that they want something from you tangible. 5 of Pentacles in the future. Like, your intuition is like, why are they asking me about insurance? Why are they asking me about how much money I have saved? That's what they want. They don't want anything else. Or you're the one that's doing that to them. Or you're trying to find somebody. Like, there's also this other element of you trying to find. It's difficult. You find it difficult to pinpoint a particular person or someone in a job, a friend or whoever. You're trying to find them. And it's like you're having difficulty with locating the person, but it's just the reason why. Or it's a vice versa thing. It's a vice versa situation, okay? The 9 of Happiness is changing. So happiness is changing. It doesn't have to change. It's connected to the water sign energy, so it doesn't have to change. Like, it could be somewhere else, but it would be based on what you decide to do and how soon you can get something done in regard to whatever scenario resonates with you. It has something to do with that. You feel like happiness is changing. You feel like somebody's real motive is coming to the surface. You're finding out why is somebody. I get this feeling of dodge. Like, maybe you feel like someone's trying to dodge you. Are you dodging somebody? Like, it's dodging. If you're a guy, you could be dodging a woman. Like, there's Hangman with the 7 of Wands. You could be dodging a woman that has children. And as simple as that, you could be trying to dodge a woman that has kids. Or maybe one aspect of it is that you didn't know that the woman had children. If you're a guy and you're into women, like, maybe you didn't know the woman had kids. And 5 of Pentacles in the future is like, I don't want to be with someone that has children. I don't want to be with someone that has kids. I don't want to deal with anybody's kids. I don't have any. I don't want to deal with them. If you have children, someone is doing that to you. Like, you are either you're in a committed thing, and you either disclose that you have children, or someone that you're with disclose, or it didn't disclose that they have kids. But the children being in the mix is why people are moving the way that they're moving here. So you are either you're trying to skedaddle because somebody's children are involved that you didn't know existed, or someone is trying to skedaddle from you because you have something related to children going on, whatever that means. That's a water sign. That's something going on with a Leo. That's insurance. Like, you got situations going on where someone wants to know what your benefits are like at your job that you work at, so that they can get something from you, or you're the one that's doing that. Or something's going on with you finding out what happened at an old job or a new job, and it could cause you financial losses because of something fraudulent that somebody that you're with that you dated, they did something, or your job did something really strange. The Nine of Wands going towards the worry. So the Nine of Wands is fortitude. So the Nine of Wands is like, okay, this is very close to the Seven of Valor, and fortitude is like, I may need to take this situation to court. So even if you look at this image, this looks like a court building back here, and then there's like, is that a male person? That's a male person right there. So you may need to pay attention to your mail. Something that you get in the mail, you may need to keep your eyes out for. Or it's like you need to pay attention to, like, you may need to go to court for something that's going on. You may need to go to court. It's telling me that, like, an employer. So you may need to go to court in regard to an employer, something that an old employer did. Like, this is like, say you work as a whatever kind of job you have now. Say, for example, you worked as a waitress in the past, or like a bartender in the past. Whatever type of it's an old job. One aspect of it is an old job, and something that you're either aware of or you're not aware of with your pay, or if you had, like, if it's a job that you could have had benefits for. Like, okay, I just want to make sure that I'm trying to cover this as neatly as possible. All right. If you had an old job, that you actually set up a retirement plan with that old job, whether the old one or the present one, whether you did or you did not. If you did it in the past, and you did not transfer it to another job, like your new job, then something is wrong there. So it's very important that you make sure you transfer that information, especially if you change jobs. Like, that's one thing. That's why the Five of Pentacles is there, because I feel like if you say, for example, you have $3,000 from an old job, there's a percentage from that old job that they took out, but they weren't supposed to take it out. And you could have transferred your retirement to a new job, and they took that percentage out without your knowledge, or they really weren't supposed to take that percentage out. And Five of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands, they're thinking that you're not going to notice that they're taking that percentage out. So that could either be happening to you directly, or it's happening to someone else. It could be happening to someone that you are connecting to, or that could be a conversation that is coming towards you. Like, someone that you are in a partnership with could be trying to explain that to you, and they're trying to explain that maybe you need to look out for that, or you should have, if it's in the past, you should have looked out for that. So now there's a situation where you feel like you or someone else that you're connected to, somebody feels like they need to go to court to explain that issue. Someone feels like they need to explain that issue. Okay? I'm also getting this, right when I finished that example, I try to interpret it as clearly as possible. It's also kind of giving me this idea of a lease agreement that you signed. So if you sign a lease for a new place, like if you rent right now and you signed a lease, something's going on with, like, I don't know if you signed a lease with a ghostwriter, like, you could have done that, or someone that you're dealing with, someone that you're dating. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Someone that all right, I'm gonna go 2 or 3 different ways. If you rent, if you rent and you're not married, and you decide that you want to date somebody, or you're Ace of Cups with the Knight of Cups, that energy is in your headspace. This is someone that is a dating prospect to you, with the High Priestess being in the present. Someone coming in is like, can I ghost ride? Like, can you add me to your can you add me to this application. I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to get a place to live. Like, I'm just trying to put myself in a better situation. Can you add me? Like, or can I, do you want to add my information? I'm not going to live, we're not going to live together, but can you help me with this? Like, I feel like someone is trying to do that, or you're the one that's trying to present that to somebody. Right? And the high priestess is you using your intuition that that's what someone wants to do. But one aspect of doing that can also, you can easily slip and make a financial mistake by having somebody do that or doing that for someone. Because, for example, if somebody asks you if you can be their ghostwriter and they don't follow through 100% with the rental lease agreement, that can, Five of Pentacles, that can cause you financial drain in the future. If you're a renter and it's a lease situation, like, that can cause you some serious issues with someone that you're dating, someone that you want to date. Like, there's like tens and thousands of different things. Like, someone that you're dating, someone that you want to date, someone that if this isn't someone that you're married to. Like, if you're married, if you're looking to become married, or you're just, if this is a regular relationship connection, and you just met this person and they've been waiting for a while to get comfortable enough with you to have this type of conversation with you. Five of Pentacles. I don't know if a friend is doing this. Friends may try to do this to you. Are you doing this to a friend? Are you, whoever? All right, but that's what I'm picking up. That's what I'm picking up with that. Okay, I'm picking that up a lot. Like, there's a lot of different things that's going on here. There's a couple of different things. Locating a person, that was the first thing that was coming. Insurance fraud, paying attention to your insurances from old jobs. Like, something's really important about an old job that you had, whether you lack insurance from that job or not, or you never got the opportunity to get it, but you were just a functional employee, and someone took advantage of the fact that you were a functional employee, or they're doing that now. They're doing that to you now, or someone else that you're tied to. Somebody's taking like legal advantage of you, or you're trying to, now that you know, you may be trying to protect yourself from falling prey to the sharks with that, if that's the case. If it's happening to you in a job, or it's a relationship where you are connected to someone that they want to use, they want to date you to gain a benefit for somebody. They may be connected to you for genuine reasons, vice versa, but another reason is also because they want help with getting a place to live, or they want it's like ghost writing type of situation that's going on here. And I'll put the explanation as to what a ghost writer is if you don't know what a ghost writer is, okay? And that a ghost writing aspect could also be in business. Like, you could be doing something like that in business with somebody. But it's like, you doing that in business can also cause, it's like you're also kind of gambling with that. If you do something like that in business, it's a gamble. You may lose money. There's a loss of money if you do that wrong. If you don't pay attention to how you're doing that, or someone that's coming towards you with that idea and they're not doing something properly. They're not doing, or you think that they didn't, it could be past or present. But it's impacting you now for some reason. Okay? It's impacting you now. So a regular relationship or a regular connection. Hangman is like, Hangman, Seven of Wands, I don't want to do that. Why are they asking me about my... It's okay to ask those questions. You're like, why are they asking me about if I have insurance? Why are they asking me about how much I got paid for my last job or my current job? Why are they asking me if you own a business? Why are they asking me about how much I have left over in my funds that were donated to me? Whatever it is, I don't know. Or they're trying to, if it's a business related thing, someone is trying to do something personal with business funds that they're not supposed to do. That could be you or someone that you're tied to. Or it's like working for a job and somebody's trying to do something personal with something from a job, and they're really not, or it's you or someone else, they're really not supposed to do that, and that's a gamble as well. That's a gamble as well. It's a relationship. This, if you deciding to be with someone specific for whatever the reason is that you're connected, you want to stay connected to somebody, or you're connecting to someone, vice versa. The reason of that is, again, the reason why the connection is being made is a gamble, or someone perceives it to be a gamble as well. High Priestess, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Fortitude. I'm gonna get this done. I may need to go to court. I may need to do whatever. I may need to talk somebody through this issue. I mean, whatever the reason is, the Nine of Wands is there. And the Five of Pentacles is like the relationship is the Five of Pentacles is not that great. You know, it's not that great because it's like I shouldn't have dealt with this person in this way. Could be earth sign. I shouldn't have dealt with this person in this way, or I didn't know that that's what they wanted from me. I didn't know that that's what they, whatever it is. See Pisces, whatever water sign. I see Leo. This could be happening with a Leo. Something going on with a Leo. Gemini was underneath. Okay. Gemini was underneath. Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is how am I going to get the money back too? If it's a tangible card interpretation, how am I going to get the money back? Am I going to get the money back? Am I going to be able to save this relationship? So there's several different questions that you're asking yourself. All right, let me do an outcome from that job, from that person, whatever. What is the outcome? You have a new job, so you may need, that's why I was saying from before, you may need to look for a new job. I mean, if you know, there's so many Aquarians I could be reading for, but if you're an Aquarius and you have your job and it's okay, if you don't feel like anything is wrong with it, it's fine. You know, that's for somebody really specific probably, but there's also people that you're probably surrounded by a lot of people on a daily basis, and just pay close attention to one particular, or however many a particular person or people that they want something, okay? But this is a new job, so it's a new relationship, it's a new job. Let me see underneath, and the universe is here. All right, universe, and let me do another outcome on the universe. Knight of Swords. So that could be you, or I saw that Gemini underneath. This is you. You could be embodying that with the universe, and I'm getting this idea of a turning point. So there is a turning. Whatever I picked up here, there's going to be a turning point with it. There's going to be a turning point with it. So either good or bad, turning point. All right, let me do another outcome. A turning point. And the Queen of Wands, so that could be a fire sign woman or man, and there's a turning point with them, or like in their involvement in whatever situation is going on. There's several different situations going on here, but there's a turning point with them being involved, or something that they need to find. Like this person could be showing up here like a past employer or a current one, or they're like a relationship prospect, they're a friend, whoever they are. Something that they need to find. They need to find your document. They need to find your rings and clothes, or I don't know, whatever they need to, whatever it is, they need to find it. That could have been them you were trying to find and locate. You could have been trying to find them online. Like that could be another thing, trying to find them online. If it's a job, I'm gonna go back to that job example. If this is a job, this person, they could be living, or they could be, you're trying to figure out if they're alive still, if If it's an old employer, and you could be finding out that an old employer passed away or coworker passed away, and you're trying to locate them, and they you think that they passed but they didn't. That could be a scenario too. You think that they passed, high priestess, you think they did. Or somebody, you could be on the outside looking in, that it's being announced somewhere. You're getting communication from someone or somewhere that is explaining that somebody passed away, but they're still alive. I don't know. That's really interesting. I felt the need to say that. Someone could be, you could maybe thinking somebody passed, but they're still alive. But it's important because it has something to do with your livelihood. Your livelihood. So, if it's an old, just an example, if it's an old employer, like an ex-employer agency or something, and your boss, that person could be taking on the embodiment of a boss that passed or they didn't pass. But it's like, or they're the head of a old job that you had and they passed or they didn't pass, or is somebody saying that they did. And Five of Pentacles is like, I'm not going to be able to get my old information back from that old job because now my boss passed away, or the person that I used to communicate with, that I was cool with, I was familiar with, they're gone. They're pass or no pass. They're just gone. And now I can't retrieve what I was, Seven of Wands with the Hangman. Now I can't retrieve what I needed to retrieve from the job. Related to insurance, related to pay, a stolen percentage, fraudulent things, like whatever it is. Someone could just be hiding away from injustice too. That's you or them. Someone is hiding from injustice with the Judgment being next to the sun. That could be you. That could be someone else. If it's not that interpretation with somebody past, somebody's not living, and you feel like something is going to be wrong in work related or business related with someone not being around, or someone could have just moved, that they didn't pass away, they moved, and them moving is causing you some type of financial problem, or it could. Someone that you dated, someone that you looked at to be like this is someone that's in your, it could be someone in your work environment if it's not like a lover of some kind. They left, they're gone. Just be careful who you, it's taking me back to the lease. Be careful who you decide to ghost ride with. That's one. Or whoever, somebody wants you to do that, vice versa. Be careful who you ghost ride with. Be careful who you do some type of lease agreement with. If it's not an apartment, a lease agreement could be a lease for like a building, like a place that you operate a business in. Be careful who you do lease agreements with there. Because if somebody does something with you and they're requesting documents from you, they're the one that's requesting the stuff from you, but then they're nowhere to be seen. Like they once they get your stuff in processing, they're gone. Like, what's up with that? And that could either be they're gone, like they passed, or they're gone, like they flew on a plane and left. And Five of Pentacles is like, it's something about somebody moving that way is really is not good for you. Okay, someone doing that is not good for you. Your business, or it's a relationship. It's some type of relationship that you introduce yourself to, business or love. It's a personal, business, or love that you intentionally connected to, and this is happening. It's happening like that. All right, Aquarius, let me know how it resonates with you. Be well. Take care. Bye.